Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, girl.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, grrr.
Well, hello, and thanks for coming, America. My name is Seth. What's yours?
Hello. Merlot is here.
Oh, hi, it's Stony.
Hi, this is Cabernet Sauvignon.
Ooh, she's foreign.
Yes, bitch. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another fun episode at Thanks for Coming, the most magically gay podcast there ever was. We are, of course, here in your ears, back again to bring you full coverage of everything that happened in this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 6.
It's another week, listeners. Are you having fun yet?
That's my Yara Sofia impression.
Yeah, Jada's having fun.
I love her little yells. They're so cute.
I really appreciate everything about Yara, like just the kookiness and craziness of it all. And listeners, I know I'm probably not pronouncing her name right, but my tongue
Jara.
doesn't roll like that. I'm sorry.
Jara.
I also like that the contestants don't really know how to like interact with her either, which makes it more fun.
She just gets so hyped. Like when she was in choreography with Jamal, she's like, ah, like just like running around the stage.
Oh my gosh, she's like, she would do this, and he's like, he finally had to say like she doesn't do that all the time. I guess we'll get there, but
Yeah, we'll
Yara's
get there.
she dances to the beat of her own.
Yeah.
drum.
I guess what we're trying to say here is Yara Sofia is a delight.
An absolute delight.
Yes, girl. Well, before we get too far into this episode, I figure we should probably just check in and see how everybody's doing. What's going on in your neck of the woods, fellas?
I cannot complain, you know, doing some adulting over here, looking at all of the things I have going on, and I have actually retired the blog Gays in the Life.
Ba, ba, ba.
Uh-oh.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yes, pour one out.
Ba, 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 ba.
Not if it's too expensive, though. Keep that shit in your glass.
Not the good shit.
Not the good shit.
You can pour the Hennessy out, you know, but you keep the good shit in.
Just a clip of Hennessy. You know, I like Hennessy. So
Yeah, Hennessy's good.
I want to save that. So just a clip if you really love them.
Yes.
There's only so many hours in the day, and we've had the podcast for over 3 years. I had the blog for going on 7 years, and I initially started it to practice and condition my writing so I can dig into a book project I've had mapped out since 2011. And having to give more time to real estate and just focus on other things, it's going to be nice to kind of let something go as hard as it is just to make room for something else. So the blog has been great. I'll still be active on socials. You'll get some vlogs and whatnot. I just want to be posting my writing every week.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you, girl. Life's like, as an adult, it's really hard. That's kind of why we had to scale back with the podcast a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if this was our full-time job, of course, that would be a different story. But we all have so much else going on that pays the bills. That
Exactly.
Yes.
that it's like you kind of have to prioritize. Like, for example, they just announced Drag Race Holland season 2. And I'm like really excited for that, and I want to cover it, of course, because we just had so much fun last season. And actually, I think I haven't watched. Well, I guess it'll be tomorrow. Time changes, you know. But on this week's Drag Race España, Envy Peru is one of the judges from season 1.
Fun.
Yeah,
That'll be great.
Yes.
I mean,
so
we had
I'm looking
so
forward
much
to that.
Oh, absolutely. We had so much fun covering Holland, but like Seth said, you know, as excited as we are about all the Drag Race franchises and seasons, we just can't do it all. And we love you all, listeners, but other things need my attention. But we're not going anywhere. You know, you'll still see us in our full glory. It's just going to be on a smaller scale. And I'm speaking for myself, Gays in the Life. You'll get like probably behind the scenes clips of my real estate ventures and talking about the book. I can't give you too much details because I don't need anyone stealing my ideas, but I'm still going to be around.
I'll give you a spoiler. The Titanic sinks.
Oh no.
Haha, you can't write your book now.
And the celloist survives.
Yeah, but not Jack.
Poor Jack. He let go.
Jack dies again.
That Rose. That's a
Titanic
cold
2.
bitch. Rose is a cold bitch.
Yes, she is.
There needs to be a sequel. It's like Titanic 2, Jack dies again.
That whistle wasn't enough, ho.
Oh my gosh, too funny. What about you, Stoney? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
Nothing major to really report on. Friend of the show, Nick and Steph were here last weekend, like over 4th of July. So that was fun. We hadn't seen them for, I guess, last summer.
Well, the last time we saw them was September 2020 when we were both in the same area. Nick and Steph and Stoney and I were in the same area in southern Indiana with our respective cabins. So we got to have an outside lunch and hang out.
Very cool. What was it like being around heterosexuals again?
It was very scary. I wasn't sure like how to act or like anything. So
Yeah. The Old Spice is pretty pungent, you know?
yeah. I felt like I was like getting like, it was like almost just like a foreign like.
I didn't break out in hives, so I don't think that there was acts in our
good.
in our vicinity, and I know Steph would never do that to me. So
Yeah, she would never do that. I mean, you can't. It's like the equivalent. That's like the heterosexual smoke bomb. You know, you just spray the can and throw it in.
I mean, I would literally die if I smelled like Axe voodoo ever again. Like I would just pass out and not wake up.
Yeah, it's not even like hot anymore. You like can't even fantasize about straight guys when they're wearing Axe anymore.
Or closeted frat boys. I can't do it.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. You know, it's like Axe, Aeropostale / Hollister. It's like, oh, looks like you're a bit curious tonight.
Oh no.
I love a Hollister.
Ow.
Go ahead and peel off that polo.
Yes, but you have to go 2 layers with them, though. It's like the protective polo and then the show polo, the one that's on the outside layer.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
we're prepared.
You got the double polo just in case.
It's
The
like
double
the,
popped
it's
collar.
like the double stacked wigs on Drag Race.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Reveal.
It's a reveal, bitch. It's like, you know, you got to wear one polo for Jesus and then... you know, for it to protect you, and then you can wear like whatever color you want on top of it. But both collars must be popped.
Oh, my goodness. I feel triggered and seen.
Yes, girl. I'm ready to film Broke Straight Boys or whatever that would fall into.
Get your alt Twitters ready.
Yes, girl. Just stay tuned for my Finsta. What is it? I don't know. This has gotten crazy. All right. So just to kind of keep this podcast going, my week has been relatively easy. I'm transitioning into my new position. So it's been a pretty chill week as far as work. I got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 for my Switch. So I'm just getting into playing that and enjoying it. And I mean, honestly, that's probably it, I guess.
Has it cooled down in the Northwest? What is the literal temperature like for you right now?
It's been pretty chill. Like after the heat wave, it was sort of like 90s, and now it's sort of low 80s, high 70s lately.
Okay.
So, you know, every once in a while, I'll get up to 90 or low 90s, but it's been much more cool.
Okay. Well, good. You're not melting in a puddle.
Yeah, which is good, but it's like, you know, people up more north in Canada, like in Vancouver, like a lot, I've been seeing articles where like a lot of the sea life has been like, it's been so hot there that a lot of the sea life is actually being cooked in the sea. So like mussels and stuff. Yeah, like all these like mussels and other creatures are popping up like on the shore, just like already cooked.
That is ridiculous. The last thing we need is people just rolling up on the beaches, like just grabbing the mussels and eating them.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say here is like climate change is real and it's real scary.
I mean, take it seriously, people. The earth is changing.
It sure is, and not for the great, the best or greater. Yeah.
If there's another Ice Age, I swear I'm getting my face beat down, my nails and toes done, and I'm just gonna like lay in bed, and that's gonna be the end.
Yeah, until I freeze to death.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Good luck,
I can't
Eddie.
wait.
Good luck, Reynolds. Feed
Oh,
yourselves.
they'll be dead by then.
Daddy's sleeping.
Category is Ice Age realness.
They can't do that. They'll be already dead. Sorry, that's my Pandora box joke.
Badoom ching.
Ba-doom-tsh. No, she doesn't do her own makeup. She's dead. That was like really funny. All right, it sounds like we're on our route to talking about Drag Race, so why don't we go ahead and get into our honesty spill of the week, and we'll recap this episode for you all.
Honesty.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our honesty spill of the week, where we are back again, and we bring you full coverage of everything that happened in this week's episode of All-Star 6. Of course, at the top of this episode, we see Silky Nutmeg Ganache has sashayed away.
R.I.P. Silky. She was on my team, my fantasy league. I hope you are all updating your scores every week and submitting them to our form. But goodness gracious, what a personality. Mixed feelings, of course, from everyone. But I was excited to see Silky this season, so it's like gone too soon for me.
Definitely gone too soon. Like, it's crazy because she was such a big personality on her season, and then she's like out like second or third episode. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, man, I do think Silky has gone too soon, but she did not go quietly. She's been all over the interviews telling you how it is, mama.
Oh, yeah. She's already said, I'm not coming back. Spoiler alert. Sorry, listener. Sorry. That was on the Clubhouse, if you aren't familiar with that app, and other places.
Yeah.
Across the internet.
I think she tweeted about that, too.
She did tweet about it.
Yeah, just go to your platform of choice, and she's there.
Yeah.
There you go.
One thing I will say, though, is Jan did sing live. Like, she keeps wanting to be like, oh, well, she had the background track. No one wants to see you karaoke your own music. I'm like, do you know how, like, Beyonce and, like, all the pop stars do this shit? It's like what Jan is doing is the exact same thing as if you were to see, like, Beyonce or
Lady Gaga.
Adele or Lady Gaga. Yeah, it's exactly what you would see in their concerts. It's like, they have a low level there just to like make their voices stronger, but she's singing live. Like, let's not like try and diminish Jan's talents here, Silky. Like, you sang live too and you're great, but let's not like tear others down because we're upset.
Right.
What did Jan do to you? Nothing.
Mm-hmm. And Jan is studied, not to say that Silky is not, but I mean, Jan came with an earpiece and a track. Yeah. So, I mean, homework.
Yeah. She came with an approved talent. Hey! But it would have been cool to see Silky decorate a cake in 1 minute.
I would have liked that. Especially because Raja made the dress in 1 minute. It could have been a whole wedding scenario.
But why wasn't it approved? Like, is the cake like not allowed on set?
Well, nobody knows. That's like part of Silky's whole argument. She's like, production sabotaged me because they didn't tell me until I got there.
That's weird.
Yeah, and she, I don't think they even gave her a reason why she couldn't do it. So she even doesn't know.
Right. It's probably like, RuPaul isn't like watching people eat, but like she's decorating the cake.
Like, if there's a cake on set, RuPaul will get out of her chair and eat it all.
Does corn syrup and excessive amounts of sugar excite you that much, RuPaul? Please tell us, on Clubhouse preferably.
I love cake.
Feed me.
Whoa.
Feed me, Silky.
I was hungry.
Whoa, RuPaul, you got really crazy there.
Right?
That sugar really does something for you.
Not very ladylike.
No. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm so shocked by RuPaul's actions. All right. Well, I guess to move on, after the elimination, the girls go to inspect their box. And it turns out that voting was very close and just one vote away from being a tie between Silky and Akira.
Very unsettling for Akira. This is a shooketh moment. I'd say maybe a 5.9 on the Richter scale.
Ooh, that's a pretty strong one, girl.
Yeah.
She was shooketh.
She was shooketh. I mean, I don't know. It's like, I feel like the more episodes you go in, the harder it's going to get for these queens. So you better step it up.
And also know she shook because Akira's frames and the talking heads are just like a little lopsided. So I think someone literally like shook her.
Yeah, don't shake the baby.
And I like those frames, by the way. So light shade, light shade.
Yes, girl. So then, of course, all the girls that voted for Akira have to then apologize to her face.
What would happen if, like, there was somebody who was just like, I'm not telling you who I voted for.
Yeah, like, you don't have to say, like, no one asked you.
Everyone expects to, like, say who they voted for. I feel like it would be more fun to be, like, Big Brother style and be like, well, I didn't vote for the person, even if you did. Just to, like, you pit other queens against each other. Like, that's not very ladylike, but we're playing a game.
That's where this is going.
Don't show your cards.
When Candy is on All Stars 8 or whatever,
God.
She's going to be like Big Brother style, like backdooring people somehow.
Candy
like,
Muse is untucked.
Yeah, she'll be like just voting people out. Like she'll find a hidden immunity idol and all this crazy shit.
Oh, I know that's coming because I'm a shady Scorpio. So I'm just like, listen, I see the diplomacy of it all, but don't set yourself up unless you can actually like have that conversation. We were talking about this last week. It's hard to have those conversations when somebody might go home, and you have to have a certain level of emotional intelligence, and it's a lot of pressure in the moment, especially if you're the one who won, because these queens are pleading their case. So I don't know, stir the pot a little bit.
Well, and you know what they say, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so basically I'm excited to see who Jan picked. I think she picked also
Yara.
I think she did, because she's like, there's this whole like weird like secret society like rules about voting that's unspoken, like just based on what Silky has said and like just kind of what you can see in the show. It's like they don't want to ruffle feathers, they don't want to stray from the pack or anything like that. It makes you stand out or whatever. So yeah, it's real weird.
And Stoney and I are very like Survivor, Big Brother minded. It's all credit to Stoney because he got me into all of that. It's very go with the house, go with the group. But eventually that shit comes out. So we'll see how that plays out as the season continues.
Yes, girl. So the next day in the workroom, the girls come in singing This Little Light of Mine as tribute to their fallen contestant, the Reverend Miss Silky Nutmeg Ganache Esquire.
R.I.P. Silky. Pour out about a half a shot of that Hennessy for the Reverend, and we're going to keep it moving. But this was a sweet moment.
It was nice to have them be like, we love you, Silky, basically.
I like how the queens, as the seasons go on, they enter the workroom, and as the seasons have kind of developed, they do fun stuff as they enter the workroom every day. So this was a cute moment right after Silky has gone home.
My favorite part about Drag Race España is they do that too. They do all these little skits and stuff when they come in, and I'm like totally the Dovima who's like, this is dumb, and then just walks off.
Yeah, and it's no shade to anybody, whatever your denomination of faith, but people roll their eyes when they hear songs like that. But I'm like, come on, you're watching Drag Race. It's Silky. We're going to church today, honey. Okay, you won't find me in the pews on Sunday, but
it's a non-denominational church. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yes, girl. So then the girls remind Jan that she was, in fact, in the bottom last week.
This is all strategy. Like, it's fun for us to view, but these girls are definitely like, we need to like make Jan short circuit. Like, if you can make her short circuit, she's not going to deliver, and then maybe we can vote her out, because clearly she has what it takes to be there. We'll get into that later.
Yes, girl. So then after that, RuPaul Dixie two-steps into the workroom to tell the girls about the Maxi Challenge. They will be starring in the All-Stars 6 halftime show extravaganza, where they will pick a halftime show musician that was assigned to them before the show started and wearing the outfit that they wore during their performance in the Super Bowl halftime show. So they will be lip-syncing RuPaul songs in the styles of their assigned performer.
This is fun. This can go in so many directions. I was a little confused. I'm sure we're about to get into that about how it was chosen. Like, were these performances laid out and delivered to the queens beforehand?
Yes.
Or were they like, pick a queen and let us know?
No, it was Rigamorous, girl. They assigned the queens.
Okay, because
They
Trinity,
had to have.
Okay, that was... I'm not completely dumb here. Like, I thought that maybe production had assigned these and that the queens... Because it felt very like, oh, I'm doing this, so...
Yeah, because they're like, I chose blah, blah, blah. I chose blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how they worked it out. Each one had their own act. So maybe the
Yeah.
other girls had different halftime performers. We just didn't get to see them because they were eliminated.
True. And maybe there was like more discussion that we didn't see, but I didn't know quite how to feel about how it was all laid out, because clearly for me it was like, oh, Trinity, Beyonce. Trinity only does like, not only, but she does a lot of Beyonce off of Drag Race. So it's like, well, duh, of course.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if Raven was on the season, she probably would have done like Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Because they paint the same color.
Yeah, she's very chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Lord. So here's the halftime performance lineup. We have Akira performing as the artist formerly and currently known as Prince. Sonique is going to portray the Aerosmith frontman, Steven Tyler. She better sissy that walk this way. We have Raja, who's going to be Diana Ross, and she is truly showing us that she is the Queen Supreme.
Seriously, though.
Next, we have Trinity K. Bonet. She's going to be the Queen Bey. Trinity wants to show us that her love for Beyonce is on top.
Uh-oh.
Following her will be Pandora Box, portraying Carol Channing, or as Monique Hart says, Cheryl Canning.
Monique Hart. She just butchered all the girls.
She did not know who this person was, for sure.
Cheryl. Cheryl Canning.
She 100% dead serious. She thought her name was Cheryl Canning.
She was so serious.
Go watch the pit stop, y'all. So next we have Scarlet Envy. She'll be portraying Katy Perry. That's just so gay. She probably doesn't even like kissing girls.
No. And she's wearing black hair. So, she's feeling the fantasy, getting into the gag. And, Katy Perry was nice once upon a time.
Yeah, back in the day.
I'm not a fan of Ariane Perry, but I don't know.
Before
Good
she
job,
stalked-
Scarlett.
Before she started assaulting American Idol contestants.
Yeah.
She probably.
Jesus.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna say something very, very bad. I'm gonna stop.
All right, moving on. Jan will be portraying Mother Monster Lady Gaga. Put your paws up and feel the rain on me.
Very excited about this one because, listeners, if you're new, the three of us, including friend of the show, Ebeth, got to see Lady Gaga live in Las Vegas before the Panini Panties happened.
Yeah, that was really fun. I like that a lot.
So fun. We should reshare that video. All I did was drink slushies and play slots.
I mean, what else is there to do in Vegas?
Yeah. Might as well.
Next in the lineup is Eureka O'Hara. She will be portraying Madonna, bitch. Now Vogue.
Jan is triggered. And this was also very fun because I was lucky enough to be with the Marching 100 when we were part of the pregame show, I was invited back by our director at the time, Colonel Woodley, to come and do the pregame show at the Super Bowl when it was in Indianapolis. Myself and some other alumni joined the current members of the band and got to do the pregame show. It was early on in Stoney and I's dating history, so I got to crash at his apartment then before we lived together.
Were you like, thanks, bro?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I need a snack. It's been a long day. And I'm not talking about what's in the refrigerator.
Oh my gosh. So he let you touch him?
He did that time.
Yeah,
oh,
that
wow.
was before I had people stop touching me. So
Yeah. Nobody
Stoney's-
touched Stoney.
That's before I was married for 50 years and gay years.
Yes, girl. In the meet and greet, do not touch Stoney.
yeah,
Stay
It's gonna be very Avril Lavigne meet and greet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not 6 feet, listeners.
There
Stay
will be
10 feet apart.
tape separating us.
If you want to touch someone, just give me a hug. Free hugs from Jamal.
Yeah, and I'll hug you too, but just not Stoney.
Yeah, leave Stoney alone.
Yeah.
Free Stoney.
Free Stoney.
All right, next in the lineup, Yara is going to be Shakira because her hips don't lie, and neither do her lips because she does not know the words.
I mean, do any of us really know the words? I don't.
I know the words. I love Shakira. Like, Shakira was one of my early, like, secret gay icons. Like, I didn't know she was, like, an icon at the time. But I listened to a lot of Shakira in my, like, early queer years.
Yeah, I love Shakira a lot too. And next we have, finally, I should say, we have Ginger Minge, who will be playing Fergalicious Def. She's tasty.
Ooh, Sans the water sports.
Yes, girl. Why are you so pissed, Fergie? Get it? Y'all get it. It's fine.
You're 2000 and late, bitch.
Most definitely. Oh my gosh. So that's our lineup for the halftime show. It was, all the divas and Fergie.
Yeah.
I don't know how Ginger got fucked over to be Fergie, but that was not a good choice.
Listen, I feel like they give some of these queens the assignments they do sincerely just to test them and see what they do with it, because Fergie,
I know. It's like they just wanted to like
Fergie?
mind fuck everyone, and they're like, this is not really giving us Fergie. And I'm like, what is Fergie? Like, what does she do? I don't know. Nobody
no
knows.
one knows.
Like,
No
her
one
signature is urinating her pants. Like, and you can't do that on All Stars, you can't do that on television.
Right, and being the only identifying lady in the Black Eyed Peas.
Right. So
That's about it.
Struggle bus.
Sorry. I hope you know. Okay.
That's a
You
good song.
got sabotaged.
Yes, that's the remix. Yep.
So as the girls get ready, Jan literally thinks that she is Lady Gaga, and Trinity is here to break the Beyonce curse.
I'm so here for this because listen, I'm saying listen a lot because I feel a way about this episode. Listen, Henny. If there's any Drag Race girl that knows Beyonce, it is Trinity K. Bonet.
That is not true.
I was like,
Tyra Sanchez.
You take that back right now.
I heard her
No.
sing Halo on season 2.
What the fuck ever. That wig was not Beyonce, and neither was that attitude. Asia, that goes for you too. Y'all black queens did the queen wrong, and she saw it. How does that feel, by the way?
Ooh. I don't know, girl. Let's not rub salt in the wound. Let's keep this show going.
Sorry, tweet us because Trinity K. Bonet did it better.
She did. She broke the curse. She broke the curse, and Jan broke the Lady Gaga curse.
Yeah.
I was so here for both of it.
The
Like,
gays are finally
Sonique
free.
was shook. she was like, wait, I did a horrible job of Gaga on my season. This isn't fair.
Right? But, Sonique served in her Aerosmith look. Like, I was feeling that, too. I am such an Aerosmith fan. I can play Aerosmith songs on my bass. Ooh, I'm excited to hear what you have to say about that.
My thoughts are more for the fans, not about Sonique or anything.
Okay, because Sonique, like, I was into it.
Yes, girl. So then the girls, they go into rehearsal with Jamal Sims, or if you're Yara Sofia, you'll be choreographing your own routine.
Oh, Yara. I respect this. It's very Pearl. Like, no, it's very Gigi. Excuse me. I'm getting my White Queens mixed up.
It's easy to do.
It's very Gigi. Like, she's like, I know you're concerned, but I've got this. And it was like, do you?
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
know. So then, as they finish getting ready, Trinity, Raja, and Akira are kikiing while getting ready. And I just was really including this because I thought it was fun to watch their friendship in the workroom.
I think this is very important because when Trinity was on her season the first time, she didn't really connect with the other queens. And I don't know how they officially identify, but, drag queens, out of drag and whatnot. I try to say they just to be safe, so don't come at me, listeners. But I feel like what Trinity is doing this season is great. She's trying to connect and be more open with the queens, being sisterly, and just enjoying the experience. And you can tell that she's more relaxed and comfortable, and as a result, she's doing better. And it's so nice to see any of these friendships flourish on screen because we know how our fandom is, and we can't pit people against each other with the results of the runways or the challenges. Like, these queens are real humans too, and they're having fun, living an experience, and just doing their jobs, right?
Well, also too, it's nice to just see the black queens being friends instead of always being at the cause of drama or doing something that's shady or whatever. It's just nice to see the show including those types of situations more. Absolutely. So that that way these black queens can get more love and stuff like that instead of just getting hate all the time.
That's right. Just because there's blacks and browns sprinkled in on any show, on any franchise, doesn't mean the viewership and production has to pit them against each other. There's only so many of us. Why not celebrate us being there? Save the drama for another episode.
Right, and especially for someone working as hard as Trinity K. Bonet. I mean, she got Jamal Sims' name tattooed on her before she even came to the show.
I mean, that's a strategy right there.
Yeah,
this is so bad because people talk shit about Scorpios. I wonder if that Jamal was a Scorpio because first of all,
he was.
Don't get no one's name tattooed on you, but I mean, if the dick is bomb, you're probably getting a tattoo. So thanks, Trinity.
Yeah, I mean, maybe she got it for you.
Hey, I mean, maybe I signed an NDA. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Maybe Jamal's her evil ex. We'll never know.
Oh my God.
This is like Trinity K. Bonet versus the world.
Right?
Her 7 deadly exes. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get into the actual halftime show. So, whose performance were you feeling, girl?
I mean, I feel like I don't need to start. Do either of you want to go first, or
I mean, I think Jamal can unanimously speak for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Super Bowl, Beyonce, first Super Bowl. I love this moment. I remember the entire show, and before I get into it, I think that Jan and Trinity were the top. I think that Jan did slightly better. Beehive, don't kill me. I can't just give out passes because it's my fave. Jan did a good job as Lady Gaga. Having seen Beyonce and Lady Gaga live, I've seen Beyonce twice. I would love to see Lady Gaga again. She embodied all of the Gaga-isms. She really listened to the notes. All Jan wants on Drag Race is critiques. So she knows what to do, what to adjust.
And to win a challenge.
And to win a challenge. And I think that she did that. Like, that Super Bowl performance is one of our favorites. We watch it frequently. Like, if there's nothing on TV, Stoney and I are probably putting on Lady Gaga halftime show. I will watch Beyonce shows on the elliptical at the gym. Like, every day there's some Beyonce sprinkled in somewhere. And Gaga just did a really good job of listening and really like taking in, okay, how do I bring myself into the challenge, but also embody this icon of an artist? And when it comes to Trinity, I mean, the look was there. The hair was exactly the same. The makeup was exactly the same. This is a Beehive member. I dare say a diamond member of the Beagency.
Oh, no.
And she was just as muscular as Beyonce, too. In the photo that Beyonce once erased from the internet. I was getting a little bit of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Beefy in all the right places. Sorry, Beyonce. You know I love you. Don't cancel me. It was just there. All of the choreography, I knew exactly what videos it came from. There's Baby Boy, there's Run the World, there was the On the Run 2 tour, there was the Miss Carter show tour. I saw all of it. Rue's lyrics aside, I was feeling every 8 count. And that outfit, come on.
Yeah,
that was it.
Immediately, like before she even started doing anything, like just when the lights were flashing, like you were like, bitch,
yes,
this is the show. Get ready.
Right.
Yeah.
That is right. I don't know if you've ever been to a Beyonce show, listener. You know when it's time. And she showed up. Trinity's not playing this season. And we could argue and say that this is easy for Trinity because it's what she does. But this is also choreography and an assignment she has been given. So she still has to perform. And she delivered. And I just pissed myself like the whole time. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, and other queens have were portraying stars that they have before too. Yeah. So I don't think that's fair to hold against Trinity. If anybody is, I don't know if anybody is or not. But but yeah, Trinity was just like Beyonce. Like she was definitely the strongest. I think the only reason that Jan may have edged her out is I did notice it seemed like there were a couple spots in her performance where she wasn't like quite lip syncing like on the beats or whatever. So I think that could be the only reason why she didn't. Plus I think Jan also had a better runway look, so that might have helped boost Jan a little bit too. But I mean, really, we're all just splitting hairs on all the performances. Like literally none of them are bad.
I agree. Like those are just the top 2. I can't really tell you who is in the bottom. I can say who is in the bottom, but I mean, like Seth said, it's splitting hairs because I really got the queens trying. I felt them trying to embody their characters. There were some moments where I didn't feel like maybe they slipped in and out of character, but I mean that happens because you're still yourself, right?
Yeah, and I mean, so I think like Trinity and Jan were lucky in that they were doing performers that are very unique in their own style. So it was like, and they slayed it, right? So like advantage them. And then you had like Fergie and it's like, what? Or like, I don't
Carol
know.
Channing.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't really know. Like even Madonna, I'm like in that era of Madonna, I'm like, I don't know what her style is during that era.
I mean, I do remember her halftime show, and that look was directly from her halftime show.
It was.
Well, I mean, the look I remember, but I mean like her dance moves and stuff. Like I don't know like what her unique like style of dance was during that era.
That's one of the ones I would say where you could tell it was Madonna by the costume, but Eureka.
But also she's doing the hand movements and stuff like the ray of light sort of like hand movements.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's hard to see because I mean when you're a performer like Eureka is still gonna give Eureka. So it's our job as viewers to see through that. It's Eureka portraying a character, so we can't hold it against Eureka that, oh, maybe she looks too much like Eureka. And as far as like the sets go, I mean, that's production. To my knowledge, I don't think that the queens got to choose their backup dancers or what their sets looked like, right?
Definitely not. I think one other performance that was a little bit disappointing for me was Cheryl Canning, because I think that, it was really built up, like, going into the performance. Pandora was like, oh, like, this is the best role out of all of them. And even some of the other queens were like, yeah, you got a really good role. And, like, then she did her performance, and I was like, this is not, like, definitely not, like, jaw-dropping or, like, anything too crazy.
I was super bored by it.
Ooh. I mean, I wasn't bored. Pandora did a great job, but they just built it up so much that when it happened, I was like, oh, that's it.
It was very flat tire for me. Like, I mean, it's Pandora, so I don't want to, like, hate. I like Pandora, but these are just notes. It wasn't there for me. I understand that this was, like, the first ever halftime performance at a Super Bowl, but I feel like that's almost like your cue to drag it up more and make it more over the top. And I don't know what production's directions were, but if you're trying to survive on the show, you need to, like, take the reins and be in control and just take it there. And I wasn't taken there. It was very safe for me.
Definitely. Sorry, Stoney's getting crunk.
My Diet Coke.
Oh, I was gonna say it was White Claw. You ruined it.
Not this time, bitch.
But yeah, I mean, there were definitely some people, like, that just had divas and that were just kind of planting and singing, like, and I think that's what held them back, unfortunately. Like, people like Raja, Pandora Box, Eureka, Scarlett, yeah, a lot of them. Well, Scarlett was moving a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, it's like just a lot of people that were just kind of doing, like, not much dance moves.
Oh, yeah. Because Scarlett did a good job. I'm not really a fan of Katy Perry, but Scarlett did a great job.
No, I thought Scarlett did wonderful, and, like, I watched that Katy Perry halftime show and was disgusted by it. Like, it was the worst halftime show of all time.
I mean, Missy Elliott
but, like,
stole
Scarlett
the show.
embodied that. Like, it was terrible. She was in the shark costume, just, like, jumping around like she's on Sesame Street, and it was perfect. It was the perfect encapsulation of what that show was.
I think I could be wrong, listeners, but I think didn't Silky say she was going to be Missy Elliott if she was in this challenge?
She did. And Missy Elliott popped up on Katy Perry's performance because I will never forget. Like, everybody was like, bitch, why would you bring Missy Elliott to your show? Like, she literally stole the whole show from you.
True queen. But yeah, no, Scarlett was definitely not bad. She was definitely one of the stronger performances. I'm trying to think if there's ones that we haven't talked about. I mean, Ginger was not bad. It's just she didn't have a great diva.
You know, I didn't hate Akira's performance. I kind of feel like the judges ragged on her a little bit for that performance. Yes. Like, okay, y'all are old or whatever. I will say it. But don't act like nobody else knows Prince. I know Prince. I only heard Prince growing up in my household, and I'm only 34. So Akira was giving you Prince. Y'all just weren't connecting for whatever reason because you were seeing kind of drag king vibes. And I don't know, you like Sonique more, which, you know, I actually really loved Sonique's performance as Steven Tyler. But I thought that they were too hard on Akira.
Yeah. And I agree, and I'm glad you brought up Akira because this definitely needs to be talked about. I'm, like, a casual Prince fan, and I already know that, like, Akira did a good job. Like, so I don't understand why the judges were being so hard on Akira. And, I mean, I guess I can just say this now. Like, especially with her runway look, I didn't think she deserved to be in the bottom.
Absolutely not. I agree. I would have maybe put Eureka there. It was just kind of like...
Or Ginger.
Or Ginger. Absolutely Ginger before Eureka.
One of those two.
Both of them were not necessarily lackluster for me. I will save that vocabulary for another episode. But I wasn't into the gig.
Yeah, like we said, we're all splitting hairs here. So when we say, like, oh, this person should have been in the bottom, like, that's just our opinions. You can completely disagree with them or whatever, but objectively, I feel like we can say Akira did not deserve to be in the bottom.
For the look alone, I mean, it was the top look of the week. Let us know what you think on Twitter at TFC Pod.
That's a look that no one's gonna forget like across any season. Like
Oh, no.
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, oh, do you remember that fucking flower rose outfit that Akira wore? That was iconic.
I screenshot that shit. It's very close to becoming my iPhone wallpaper. It
Yeah.
was beautiful.
But Beyonce has to stay there, so
Yeah, she's parked.
yeah. And just my thoughts as far as Sonique, I know a lot of people were kind of like hating on her performance, like more of the fans. And I think they're just not as familiar with Steven Tyler, but honestly, she portrayed him very well.
Yes.
I thought so too.
Yes.
Actually.
Thank you, Seth, for saying that. A lot of y'all toxics, little brats need to go do some fucking homework, go do a Google, go do a YouTube, however it is you learn these days, and study your music history. Because what you're not going to do is come for that performance. It was all Steven Tyler, down to the movements, down to the dropping of the hat and the leaning
The
of
wind
the microphone
blowing.
stand, the wind. All of that was so accurate. So kiss our gay glittery
Collective.
asses.
Yes.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, Sonique was really, really, really good. And,
So good.
you know, just even the look, her look was like pretty dead on. And it was funny. She was like, I had my tits taped into my armpits.
Those luscious titties were taped down. Like, this is commitment and this is
Girl.
performance, honey.
Yeah, I was like yeah, she was so good. So lay off Sonique. She did an amazing job. It's really like, I mean, hate to, bang the nail into the coffin or whatever that phrase is, but, we're splitting hairs here. There's a great cast in this lineup there. It's a pretty
Yes.
even
Yeah.
performance across the board. And so, we're just kind of splitting hairs and in what we prefer, I guess. So that's why we're, thinking that Akira shouldn't be in the bottom and others should. So,
Right.
I mean,
Much like the judges, it's a solid season. Very solid season.
very much so. All right, girl, let's go ahead and just take a quick little break here, and then we can get into the runway.
Sounds good.
Be right back, girl.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to our podcast so far. Thanks for coming. Right now, we're probably refilling our drinks, or maybe even gluing down our lashes again. While you wait, here's some things that you should check out.
Yeah, remember everyone, you can email us, tfcpod@gmail.com, and tfcpod on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Oh, and one more thing. You're not my real dad, and you never will be. Anyways, back to the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to our Honesty Spill of the Week, where we are back again to bring you full coverage of the runway. Category this week is the frill of it all.
I love this. The frillier, the better. The more extra, the better.
The better. What do you think about Ginger's look?
I thought it was gorgeous. I'm not a fan of lavender. I don't like pastel-y type colors. I know they look gorgeous on black skin, but it's just not my thing. I prefer a royal purple, but my goodness, this dress on Ginger perfectly paired with this red hair, and the makeup was beat down. It looked very, very, very good. Cannot be more proud of Ginger right now.
Yeah, especially after her look last week. This is like way better. So
What an upgrade.
Yeah. This is a definite upgrade. She did a great look this week on the runway.
Mhm.
Next, we have Eureka. What do you think of this one? It, to me, looks like she's kind of continuing the Madonna theme.
A little bit. I had mixed feelings about it. The reveal was fine. I do like the chaps moment. Like, that's a good way to think outside of the box, like where to put your frilliness, because you could hear frills and assume it's going to be like a tutu or some kind of big ass dress. So I do appreciate the attempt at thinking outside of the box. I thought it was cute for Eureka.
Although, this is basically the same look Ginger had on the runway last week.
Ooh, no.
no, it's not.
No. Mm-mm.
All right,
It wasn't-
everyone's going to call you out
It wasn't
on Twitter
rouging.
because you're
No.
wrong.
Listeners, okay. Oh, do we really want to break this down right now? Okay. So Ginger,
Oh, shit.
Ginger had rouging going on, and also Ginger is very short. Eureka knows how to dress her body because she's a taller queen, and if you're a bigger queen, you have to go bigger. and the frills were out there from the reveal moment down to the chaps. It minimized Eureka's figure. Not that that's what it's about, but what I'm saying is she and her designers, Ginger, if you're listening, I'm so sorry, but Eureka knows how to dress herself, as does her designer, and that is that on that.
Okay, moving on.
I thought you might have an opinion as well.
That's all. Miranda Priestley, that's all. Quick clarification here. Knowing how to dress your body, what I mean by that is Eureka really knows how to make her figure pop. And with Ginger's outfit last week, unfortunately, when you're a little shorter, you have to work harder to really elongate your body on the runway. And I think that had that been a little more successful, we would have liked Ginger's outfit more.
All right, well, sound off on Twitter, everybody. Let us know what you think about
I said
Eureka's
what
look.
I said.
What I had said was...
All right, next we have a real nice look from Raja O'Hara. She looks like maybe like something out of Cinderella or something like that.
Oh, yeah. This was very simple. I can see what people are saying. Not simple in a shady way, but for Raja, we're used to that kind of pow, that little bit of extra Raja-ness. I thought she looked gorgeous, but people are looking for more. I did think in the end that this was still a very strong look.
Yeah, I thought it was something unique from Raja because it's, with Raja, a lot of times she wears like kind of like long like pants basically down the runway, and which is always a really good look from her. But we don't see her typically in a lot of dresses with like a big wig and stuff like that.
She loves a Mary J. Blige moment.
Yeah, so I thought this was fun to see from her.
Yeah, like I have no complaints about Raja's look. Is it a little bit basic compared to others? Maybe.
Yeah.
But definitely like a strong, safe look.
Yes, exactly. Strong, safe.
Next we have Yara. Do you think this outfit was kind of like Italian style? It was reminding me of Italy.
Minus the wig, sans the wig.
Well, I thought that was Italian too because she has like the pasta drying on the lines, you know?
Oh, damn.
You know, you make the fresh pasta and then you have to put it on the little rack so it can not get stuck to each other.
This is not Top Chef, bitch.
I thought it was for a second there. I was like, oh shit, she's got some yummy pasta ready to go.
There's nothing wrong with this dress at all. I think for a different category, I think what Jada was trying to do is make the frill her hair, and it did not read well on the runway. I thought if she did more with the hair, it might have been more successful. But this is a strong ass hell no for me. Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boot for me.
I'm gonna insert like COVID-19 disclaimers at this point in the show.
And Seth is,
I'm
so
dying.
disgusted. He's like vomiting.
I did vomit in my mouth a little bit.
It's
I don't know, like
it's the Delta variant. Seth, you need to go get tested right now.
Oh my god,
the show's stopping. Sorry, listeners.
Don't worry, I'm quarantined.
Okay, well, okay. After the show is done, you need to go get tested.
It's just my throat gets really dry and then I cough to like, I guess, try and get things going again. But then because I coughed, I just keep coughing.
I understand.
And so it's really annoying.
For sure. I get that.
Let me just get it all out so Jamal can cut this part. Also, this is what it's like to sleep next to me. If you're aroused by this content, let me know.
OnlyFans.
Ooh.
Yeah. No. I'm talking about physically laying next to each other and sleeping.
Seth said no subscription. You need to show up, bitch.
Yeah, this is purely rated G. We're literally just laying next to each other. All right, next we have Scarlet Envy. What do you think of her look?
I actually really love this look. I love the lips. Scarlett knows how to paint. I thought the wig choice was smart. With the coloring of the garment, it really highlighted the makeup and the bustier. And the hat, I don't know how she packed that, or if she had to like reform it after it was folded. I have no idea, but I was getting very like Mae West as Fashion Week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good look. I feel like Scarlett keeps getting screwed over by the judging because she's had such good looks this season. She's done pretty good in all of the challenges, and she's safe every time. Like, this is Denali 2.0 again.
She's getting the Jan edit.
Ooh.
She's getting that
We're onto
original
something
Jan
here.
edit.
Yeah, I will say, and this could just be a personal preference, I didn't really care for those rhinestone lips.
No?
I don't know. It just didn't look right.
Do you think it needed like an outline or something?
Like, I think maybe it would have been better if it's like a glitter.
Oh, yeah. A little softer, but it's still the same amount of kapow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could still be sparkly, but I think glitter would be better than the rhinestones.
Okay, I support that.
Next, we have Kylie Sonique Love.
This was a very safe look for me. I have nothing bad to say about Sonique, but I think others stood out just a little more than she did. But, I mean, she looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Dude, those tits were set just right.
I mean, I'm hungry. Can I have them for a snack?
I want to motorboat those titties, not even joking.
I mean, she looks, all of that. Amazing.
I mean, with Sonique, it's like one of those things, like, she can wear the most basic ass thing ever, and you're like, oh my God, Kylie is amazing. It's just like, because she's so beautiful that it doesn't really matter.
Kylie Sonique Love is not playing with y'all. If y'all don't get into the gig, you will be slayed.
Like, she just looks hot.
Very hot.
Next, we have Jan. What do you think of this look? Is it controversial?
No.
It's not controversial at all. Everybody needs to calm down. I can see what people are saying, like, oh, any queen could wear this. But think about it, listeners. If we're really fans of the show, let's break it down, shall we? Jan is...
Break it down now.
Jan is...
Ow!
I'm trying to be bitchy, Seth.
Sorry.
So, Jan is usually a very bright pop star. I like that she went out of the box and gave us something a little more sultry. This is very Madam Saloon girl. She controls the house, but, you know, she still works on Saturday nights, you know. And I thought that it was... That's right. I thought it was very smart to do something different because what happened? She stood out. And you stand out on top of a good performance, and what do you get? A win.
A winner.
Hello.
I don't understand what's going on this season with the Twitter fan base, but they're all just like attacking Jan for just like existing, and I'm really like over it. Like,
they're not studied. They don't know fashion.
They're like, oh,
they don't watch Drag Race.
They're like, oh, any queen could wear what she's wearing. I'm like, you could say that about everyone else too. Like,
yes.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a awesome look. I thought the collars that she was wearing was very unique for her. Like, we don't see her traditionally wear stuff like that. So I thought she was trying something different.
She's pushing the boundaries. She's trying.
So just leave Jan alone. Seriously.
Yeah.
Stop.
To quote Jan, not this.
Yeah, stop hating and open a fucking Vogue magazine. How about that?
Yes, girl. To move on, we have Pandora Box.
You know, I don't like this. I'm just not connecting with it. I love
Tell me how you really feel.
I love Pandora down. Don't get me wrong. I'm not feeling this look. I feel like it's safe. It's not like trash or anything. I just thought that Pandora, I don't know, like her outfits kind of sometimes are not fitting very well. And I don't know if she's like lost some weight just before the show. But these are the details that we have to pay attention to for the judging to stand out. And clearly she wasn't in the bottom. But I think that if there was some more attention to detail, she probably could have been in the top.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Pandora, I love her as well, but her looks this season have not been anything amazing. Like, very basic in my opinion, and this kind of continues that tradition.
Like, why not get rid of the shoulder? Okay, I press pause on this video. I need her to
Definitely the shoulder pieces.
Get rid of the shoulder pieces, get rid of the waistbands, get rid of that poofy hair thing, and just serve like a 60s.
Dress should be longer too.
Maybe, because she could serve like a boot and make this like a whole mod fashion moment, but it did not go there. Instead, I'm just confused.
So basically just recreate the entire dress is what you're saying.
No, I'm literally...
This is like Canada's Drag Race when Brooklyn says she didn't like everything about the outfit.
No. I'm literally saying take off the headband, shoulder pieces, and the waistbands, and it probably would have been fine. Sour grape girls.
And lengthen it.
No, not LinkedIn. I'm aging myself, but sour grape girls, anyone? Do a Google and at me on Twitter.
Okay,
I love sour grape.
Tell me I'm right. Do that Google and tell me I'm right.
Also about Pandora Box, and for your reference, when RuPaul says during Pandora walking the runway, she says, "I've written a letter to Daddy." This is just, if anybody gives a shit, this is a reference about the movie What Happened to Baby Jane.
Yep.
Where Betty Davis sings the song "I've Written a Letter to Daddy." And so, yeah, that's your reference of the day. And shout out to the For Your Reference podcast, who did not sponsor this, but we just love you so much, we'll give it to you for free.
That's right. And again, listeners, do your fucking homework, okay?
Bitch.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. All right, next we have Miss Trinity K. Bonet.
Let's switch it up. Stoney, what do you think?
Sorry, I'm just gonna cough over here.
You're fine. I'm editing this week.
I thought this was a really good look from her. Like, I mean, Trinity always brings really good looks, and I just thought this was very elegant. I mean, I don't want to say like definitely reminds me of like a Jada Essence Hall, but I don't want to say that either, because Trinity is her own queen, and she kind of was that before Jada was on the show. But I don't know, it just that same kind of charisma kind of down the runway. Like, I just thought it was really good.
I can see what people are saying about the earrings, but I think that it was very smart to style this without a necklace. I thought that the look was very good. It was a safe runway look for frills, because with Drag Race, you want to like go big. Whatever the category is, you just want to take it there. And this was very like safe, gorgeous pageant girl. And I'm okay with that. She looked beautiful.
Yeah.
She looked beautiful.
The hair was right.
The hair was correct. The makeup was beat.
And what I do want to commend Trinity for is I think she had a really great walk this week.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when I remember the first time that I watched her runway this week, it reminded me a lot of like RuPaul's walk.
Yeah, she's slithering all over the runway, just taking her time, making you remember her. This is what you want to do on any runway.
Yeah. I bet Nick is listening to this and just like totally shocked I'm just complimenting Trinity K. Bonet this whole episode.
I'm sure he's picking up his jaw as we speak.
Yeah, he's so shook right now.
Buckle up, Nicholas.
Yes, bitch. All right. I think last but not least, we have Akuria C. Davenport, where she's just walking down the runway telling all the girls to go fuck themselves with this outfit.
This is the top look of the week. This is, if you're going to be in the bottom, not by choice, this is the look to have, because come on. Like,
also, thankfully, she didn't have to lip sync in that.
Absolutely. And if so, I hope that skirt pulled off, because I wouldn't want to damage that shit. It looked gorgeous.
No.
And you know how we talk about Drag Race on all seasons and say that it's not about the looks or how expensive things look, but this is a very cool moment. I think that it could have had less expensive looking materials, for example, and it still would have stood out for creativity alone. So this is thinking outside of the box, listeners, and Akuria served.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
And I honestly think this is one of the best looks that we've gotten this season. Like, if I had to rank all the looks this season, like, she has had the best one with this one.
When I think of like top looks of this season, I think of this outfit and like Silky's entrance look.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, they clearly want Akuria out of this competition so bad. I mean, production, like RuPaul.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I really don't get it. Like, I get it from like a TV show standpoint, but like, why invite the queens back if you're gonna treat them this way? Like, they spend so much money and they come to LA. Not all the bitches live in LA, mind you. I don't care if you're flying them there or not. They still have to leave, and then you treat them like this. We have something to say.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know Pandora's felt like she's been an extra on the show the whole season, like in her tweets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I watched a Bussy Queen video about this, and Pandora's like thinking about this too much because she was like, Bussy Queen actually counted all the confessionals, and Pandora's in the middle of the cast. Like, she's not even the lowest. So
Yeah.
I think like Pandora is just thinking about this too much.
I don't know. I think there's somewhere in the middle for Pandora. Like, I don't think she's completely wrong, but I don't think it's as bad as she's making it.
I mean, don't
Right.
get us wrong, listeners. If we're all about calling out corporate, so queens, Drag Race queens, if you're listening to it,
Yeah.
call the shit out. It's the only way it's gonna get better. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Think of us as HR.
Yeah, we are HR. We know what the fuck we're talking about. As far
We're
as
keeping
business
we're
goes.
keeping we're keeping people on their, we were putting them in their places, and we're giving people their props when it's due.
Yeah.
You know, we're liaisoning between the queens and production.
That's right.
We're
And don't-
not Karen from finance.
We're
actually from
so
HR.
not that. We are so not caring for finance. And I have
TFC from HR.
for real. I have an email template for any question you need answered. Please try me.
Yes.
Try me.
Yes, girl. But I guess kind of just to wrap up this part of the conversation, this look that Akira had is iconic and she'll be remembered for this look. So even though production's really trying their hardest to get her out, like, this look made her truly iconic. I mean, she was already a great queen, but this look like made her unforgettable.
That's right. And production, if you're listening, we know you are. You listen to all the drag race pods. I would love to have you on the show to talk about your rhyme and reasoning behind this fucking nonsense. So please email tfcpod@gmail.com, and we'd love to have you on the show.
Yes, girl. This is TFC Pod, and we would love to look at the man behind the curtain.
You don't even have to share your real name. Just come spill the tea, okay?
Yeah, we'll disguise your voice.
Yeah, we have editing powers. You can be the Charlie Brown diva if you want.
Yes, bitch. All right, so to continue this episode, Jan does win this challenge and her first ever challenge win on the show.
Good job, Jan. Could not be more happier. It was a very close call between Jan and Trinity. It was very close. I know a lot of y'all are expecting me to be like Monique Hart and be like, I'm biased, Beyonce. But I, as a performer myself for many years, I respect the performance, and it was very close. Jan pulled it out. Trinity was not far behind her, not at all.
Yeah, it was really Jan and Trinity like leading the pack for sure.
Yep.
I think maybe the only reason, I don't know if I said this already, but I think the only reason could just be like, I think that some of her lip syncs for Trinity were off a little bit, but like the energy was there, the dance moves were there, blah blah. Like, again, we're nitpicking here.
Yep.
So I think that may have been the only reason why she like edged it. Like, why Jan edged ahead of her and won, because also I feel like her look on the runway is a little stronger too.
I co-sign that.
Yeah, I agree.
But really, it's so close. So I just don't want people to think we're not giving Trinity her props, because like, trust, like, we actually absolutely loved her performance, and as Beyonce, she killed it.
Sometimes Drag Race gets the casting right, and this is what happens when you get the casting right. These queens are here to play, and they're all talented.
Yes, girl. All right. So, of course, Jan won, so she has to lip sync against this week's assassin, which is Jessica Wilde from season 2.
Hello.
Jessica
Welcome back,
Wilde.
Jessica.
Isn't this your favorite queen, Stoney?
Yeah, I love her.
Don't you love Jessica Wilde, Stoney?
I loved her outfit. She looks so good.
No, the thing I remember about
It was so
Jessica
good to see
Wilde
her.
is the acai berry from season 2.
I don't know how to say it. I'm just not going to say it.
You're wrong for that.
Jessica Wilde, though, she really turned out that lip sync, dude. Like, if you remember anything from season 2, Jessica Wilde has so much energy. She's like Yara Sophia, but focused.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. That's the best way to say that. And Jan just short circuited. Like, I don't know if Jan is probably what this lip sync told me about Jan is that she's not a good freestyle dancer.
Yeah.
So
she needs the steps.
She needs the steps. She needs that Ellie Diamond.
I mean, I think like
drag queen
8 count.
Yeah, I think the Gaga moves like kind of helped her because just can easily follow them. I'm not saying Gaga's a terrible dancer, but she
Jan's
has a more
robot.
has more like rigid style, I guess.
She's like, she needs direction, she needs the choreography, but if you tell her to like, hey bitch, this is step up 5,000, go freestyle, she might flop.
Right, yeah. I totally agree. Like, and she hit that dip quite hard, like on her head. So I hope she's okay.
That head dribbled like a volleyball, a soccer ball, a basketball. I hope she didn't have a concussion.
Girl. Yeah, I hope that wig braced her fall. But yeah, this was a great lip sync. I do think that Jessica Wilde won. So it's kind of like they're kind of continuing the Jan storyline. It's like, all right, we'll give you the challenge win, but you're not winning the lip sync.
Right.
All right. So then, of course, because Jessica wins, then she gets to present who's going to be eliminated. This is the group's decision. And they unfortunately chose Yara Sofia to go home.
I think this is accurate. I was getting a little Canada's Drag Race Jimbo vibes from Yara. Like, you have to, when you come into these situations, and I have not been in a drag race situation, but I've been in situations where it's very easy to think that you know what's best for whatever reason. I mean, the year I got into music school, they were number 2 in the country. And it's best to just shut the fuck up and listen and grow. I watched plenty of people just fall like flies because they thought they knew best. And on Drag Race, this is the perfect example. Listen, take the notes, keep your comments to yourself, and try to make both elements work. And I think that Yara got lost in all of that, and it showed, unfortunately.
Yeah, also too with Yara, I feel like she kind of like peaked really early in the season. Yeah. So that's not usually a good thing. Like if you're in a peak in the beginning, you have to be someone like Shea Coulee who's just gonna like be strong throughout the whole season.
Yep.
So, Yara, she's been kind of up and down and up and down. So I think, it kind of was her time. Like, I feel like she says like, oh, I could have beaten any of these bitches. But it's like, for me, I feel like I feel like I've seen what she has to offer. Like, I feel like there's not much more range that we're going to see.
Right. I mean, I love Yara and what she does. But yeah, there was nothing like that she was going to do that was just like groundbreaking to me at this point. And yeah, it just seemed like she was kind of over it too with like the judges' critiques. So it's like, you can probably just go home.
Yeah,
now.
She was not really here for it. Which I mean, if you're gonna be there and in the experience, you need to like be ready to accept all of it.
I mean, she does Shakira in the Palms parking lot every Thursday and Saturday. So I feel like she's probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame her for being mad at the judges either. By the way, I'm just saying that like, if that's how you're going to be, then if you're the other queens, it's like, okay, I'm just going to vote Yara then.
And I know Shakira as well, honey, and I did not get Shakira from that besides the hips.
Yeah, the hips did not lie, but everything else was a lie.
Yeah, yep, that part.
But yes, girl, this is already starting to become quite the long podcast. So let's go ahead and shift over to Stony, who's going to tell us how the points fell in this week's Fantasy League, or maybe I should say Jantasy League.
Ooh, yes, it is the Jantasy League this week. So after what are we, like 4 full episodes? No,
4.
Yeah, 4 episodes. Jamal's in last place with 55 points.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Oh no.
Seth is in second with 60 points.
Oh my god.
And
Gaines.
I'm in first with 90 points.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
You said that with like conviction. You're like, Jamal's in last place. Like, what's up with that?
Well, I mean, if you listen to last week's episode, I'm pretty sure Stony said, haha, you're in the last place, Seth.
I'm just enjoying my moment because I know that what's going to happen. My team is all going to get eliminated, and then you guys are going to win. So
this is Stoney's moment. Don't attack Stoney.
I'll let you have it.
Yeah, just give me like, I don't know, the first 5 or 6 episodes, then you guys can just steal it away from me again.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Make sure you submit your points too if you're playing along in the fantasy league. Did Jonah send in his points?
I don't see any updated scores this week, listeners. I mean, come on. There's a prize involved. Do you want me to keep doing things for you all? Submit your scores at thanksforcomingpodcast.com. You can go to our link tree. Jonah? You can go see the Google Sheet, excuse me, at the top of our link tree. It says join the fantasy league. It's not too late. Pick 4 queens from now. You know, that's even a cheat right there.
Just don't pick any of the eliminated queens.
Yes, there you go.
Don't tell them that. Let them do what they want.
There you go. That's the rule. No, you can't cheat.
I'm picking a team, and it's Silky Nut Ganache, Jiggly Caliente,
Serena Cha-Cha,
and Yara Sofia.
No, listeners, but please join us. Like, this is a lot of fun for us every season to do the fantasy league. So come kiki with us.
Yes, girl. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave reviews. That helps us a lot. It helps more people find the show. And, of course, we're having lots of fun, doing this with you guys. So do that.
Yes, please. And also, I was a guest on the Ants, Humans, and Stars podcast this past week. They just released a video on their YouTube, and you can hear the podcast featuring myself. I helped them introduce a new segment. It was a lot of fun. I loved meeting Diego and Caleb. So go check us out.
Yeah, they seem like a lot of fun. So go check them out for sure. I didn't get to meet them, but that's fine. Maybe in the future.
Next time for sure.
Yes, but yeah, go check them out for sure. We'll be back next week, of course, with more All Stars. And until then,
bye.
Bye.